So Colette, let's say you've got a giant house like this, 3,500, 4,000 square feet. You're moving into a condo that's maybe 800, 1,000, 1,200 square feet, a third of your living space. Where do you start?
Well, that's a fraction of the living space, so for that we really need a good plan.
So as a professional organizer, Colette, you would come into someone's house and you'd basically go through their cupboards and tell them what to get rid of and what to keep, right?
Certainly, and that's after a discussion of what their lifestyle is going to look
Right.
like. Sometimes some people are looking to say, I'm going to have lunch out every day, but more often than not, they're not needing multiples of appliances, and you've got a good example here. We've got a small appliance and a big one. Both do the same thing. And maybe when we move to our next place, we're not even going to bake anymore. We're going to be grabbing our muffin out on a daily basis. But for all of this stuff, it's a lot of room, it's a lot of space that you can save to use for more your day-to-day items, and not the sometimes maybe items that you're probably not doing, like breaking bread once a year for Christmas or for those friends. So you can see how much room this is actually taking and how much room we can let go there.
So this is the main dining room of the house, Colette, and there's a lot of things going on in here. Now, these people have 3 dining room tables, essentially. This one is gigantic. You probably wouldn't be able to fit this into most condos.
No, this is not something that's going to fit, so we're going to look for some alternative seating for when they're entertaining and when they're dining every day. What would be the most practical?
If you have nice pieces like this, or like this antique chest, these antique dishes over there, what do you do with them?
Well, First, it's good to look to friends and family if there are pieces to give away to keep in the family. So we start here. We start creating a list of what's really precious to us, what would like to stay in the family, what could be sold, and what really might have some value to some other people. So I try to extract in that list what are more on the antique value, what might be down in sort of the middle of the road. And there are lots of resources out there of antique dealers that deal in specialty goods that be more interested in the table, some that might be more interested in the china, and some people that are interested in different things. There's estate sales. Often I suggest that to my clients that they can have an indoor yard sale and just have some friends and family over and take a peek at things they might want to buy.
Oh, indoor yard sale.
Yes, and that can work well with items like these large plants that are so beautiful in the room.
What the heck do you do with that? It's gigantic.
It's beautiful here, but will not work unless it's in the lobby of your new condo, which I've had clients donate before to the lobbies. But probably this is something you might want to send out and do a little viral email marketing campaign and say, I've got some very large plants along with some other items. Is anyone interested in that? And that can work very, very well. But one thing to watch for is the scale of the furniture. As you can see here, if you've got a large arm that's sort of flowing outward, you add that on both sides, you've got about a foot that you're missing. So we want to think about scale and proportion of our furniture. And again, multi-use, maybe an ottoman with a tray that lifts up that we can store some things in would work much better for a coffee table.
What about that guy?
That guy is one of my pains. That guy will not fit in a condo, and this gets back to that sometimes maybe rule of condo living. We have to live in the reality of the now and not the sometimes maybe land of we'll play a piano once a year for a carol or something like that. We wanted the reality of sitting and entertaining a little bit, but we're not going to probably be having a lot of people gathering around the piano for a sing-song.
No, people are really attached to their pianos.
They're very attached to their pianos.
Like, they get over it.
Get over it,
get rid of it. So this is something you're not going to have in a condo, eh, Colette?
Not
is
at
all the
all.
storage space in a garage.
Look at how much space that is, and the reality is most of condo dwellers are going to end up with a locker, a few bedroom closets, and maybe another linen-sized closet or something else to walk in. So look at that space, look at those extra recreational items, the deck furniture, all of that sort of stuff. And this is where a lot of that paring down really has to start.
And you're not going to need your garden tools?
No.
Nope.
Time to talk to friends and family again about who might use those or have a yard sale or somehow let those go a little bit. There's a lot here that you're not going to use in this area.
Excellent. Thank you so much for all your help, Colette. I'm sure these people are going to be able to downsize quite nicely now.
If you're feeling overwhelmed and swamped by a sea of possessions, give Colette a call and she'll sort you out.